This video is in response to AZ Superman's video, Tough Questions for Christians number 5, The Purpose of Hell. You started out your video in stating 3 main reasons for punishment, and they were corrective, deterrence, and protecting society, or something I'll call communal. In regards to hell, I would agree that the purpose of hell, one of the purposes of hell, would not be correction. Once you die, it's over. There's no redos, there's no extra credits, he's not curving the exam. It's pretty much over, and it's pretty much permanent. So I would agree with you. A purpose of hell would not be correctional. Second, you mentioned deterrence, and I would agree with you there that it's limited. I would classify that I would consider that a purpose of hell, but it's pretty much limited to the Christian society, Christian groups, and that's really, I guess, it's a deterrence to keep you from quote-unquote backsliding, or maybe messing with the Bible or putting your own personal spin on it. It keeps you careful, I guess, and other things in relation to that. As far as communal, no, I would pretty much agree with you there too. I don't think, maybe to keep the souls out of heaven, but I don't see why that would even be necessary. So I would agree with you. I don't think that's a purpose of hell. Another purpose, a new one that I would add, a purpose of hell, would be provocative. But like deterrence, pretty much applies to the Christian groups. And it's provoking them to spread the word, to get out there and evangelize, whatever, to save their fellow man from hell. To me, another purpose of hell is something I would call consequential. Basically, if you believe in the Bible, you have 2 choices. Let me rephrase that. Some Christian groups believe if you read an interpretation of their reading of the Bible, you basically have 2 choices. You're either going to choose God, or you're going to choose something else. And that something else could be yourself, Lucifer, Mammon, the world, whatever. But you have a choice between 2 things. And to parallel that choice, whatever you make, because it's only one of 2 things, your end has to be one or 2 things, either heaven or hell. So that's what I would call consequential. And depending on, there's different debates on human souls, if they live forever in torment in hell, or the soul they go there for a short period where the soul is actually killed and they become non-existent forever. But regardless, it doesn't matter. It's permanent. It's a permanent consequence of the choices you make. And within that category, consequential, if you read Revelation 20:10, it states that the devil, the false prophet, and the beast are thrown into the lake of fire and brimstone, and they shall be tormented day and night forever and ever. So at least those 3 individuals, it's a final, I don't want to say resting place, but it's a final containment facility. So in my response, basically the purpose of hell would be deterrence, which is limited, provocative, again, which is limited, and then consequential, which is permanent, both for few humans and other beings that happen to be put there. Thank you.